We gotta wait for airplanes to go by. What's up guys, Elijah Porter here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my 2019 Ducati Scrambler Desert Sled. In my last video, you guys saw me take care of the first styling issue I had with this bike, and that was the mirrors. These new bar and mirrors that I ordered are working out really well, and you can check out my last video to learn more about those. But today we're gonna take care of that second issue, and that is the fender. So there's nothing manufacturers can do about this. It's regulations that cause these styling issues with bikes. But today we're gonna take care of it with my new Fender Eliminator kit from New Rage Cycles that I got from Revzilla. I'll link the product below in the description, and I picked this up for like 186 bucks, and hopefully it'll take care of this issue really simply. Hopefully this video will help you out if you're thinking about installing it on your bike, so stick around and let's take care of this. All right, the first step to getting this off is supposed to be just undoing or taking off the seat, so it's pretty easy. There's just a little keyhole under here. The seat comes right off. I'm gonna get this out. All right, so after we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my old license plate as well. Get that out of the way. I know that's got to happen. All right, so I wanna go ahead and show you guys what's in the box here. Open it up, we got the bracket with the turn signals on it. We got the license plate holder. And we have some brackets to hold it in. We have some zip ties to redo the cords of the turn signals. Okay, we'll get that all centered up once it's on the bike. So this is the main part we're going to worry about first. All right, so step 2 after we get that off is to take off this mud guard back here. Hoping this Allen wrench is big enough. Perfect. I got lucky. I grabbed the first one. This is the same one I used for the mirrors though, so maybe it's like a standard size. And there's probably some in the Ducati toolkit that might fit this. I don't know. I think there are 4 of them that hold on this. Well, it came off. We did step 1. Excellent job. Great job, everybody. All right, so next step is going to be for us to get the turn signals off. So it's pretty simple. There's just one little bolt right there on each side for us to get the turn signal off. Man, I picked the right size Allen wrench again. Oh, I just felt a raindrop. This may have to be resumed another time. Maybe it'll hold off. You can. It's already starting to sprinkle. If it just stays sprinkling like that, I guess we'll be okay. All right, so I got the bolt for that side off. Let's get the bolt for this side off. All right, both those bolts are out for the turn signals, and so now I believe they'll be able to come down, but we got to get the cords out. That's the next step. We got to get the cords running to the turn signals out so that we can pull the wires through. It is now actually starting to rain though, so we may have to stop. It looks clear though, that's the thing. Like right there we have a big rain cloud, but over there it looks really nice and sunny. So, all right, well, I think we might just come back to this in a few minutes when it stops raining. Yeah, so I'm glad I decided to stop and put the cover on when I did, because you can see, look, it's like flooding. It's raining so hard. There's the giant inflatable pool. But yeah, gosh, it's raining so hard. That's what you get in South Florida though. It'll be like sunny and bright one second, like when I started the video, and then all of a sudden it's like this. So we're inside still waiting out the rain so that we can finish the Fender Eliminator, but I just wanted to take a second to show you guys my dog. I guess that's comfortable for her. I don't really know. Oh, she doesn't want us to look at her. So the only thing I've done was remove the 4 bolts for the splash guard up here and remove the 2 bolts for the sides of the turn signal. So in order for us to get to the wiring of the turn signal, I'm going to remove this as well. And I'm going to remove, there's 4 bolts that hold this in. Let me move the key. There is a bolt right here. This holds it in. So we're going to get this off. The spike's pretty new, so all these bolts are still really tight. Allen wrench dropped again. There we go. Now it's coming off. All right. And that's just going to make it easier for us to get to all this stuff back here, all these wires. We need to cut off these zip ties so that we can get all of these wires out individually. I got some kitchen scissors to try and cut off these zip ties. We have a lot of these zip ties holding everything together. We need those off. So we got those 3 off. There we go. So those are now off as well. Now we just need to get under here and undo this zip tie. This is where we really can't mess it up because we don't want to actually cut the wires that are in here. Whatever Ducati tech worked on this bike, you did a good job. These wires are snug in there with this. Got one more zip tie here. So now we just want to undo the turn signal line. So here's the turn signal line. So I just need to find where it's plugged in. Here it is right here. So now we're just gonna actually pull this through. It's really tight. We have to get this fender off. I'd like to get these off, but I need a bigger Allen wrench. Let's try that. Alright, so after hunting for an Allen wrench for like a good hour, I finally found one that fits these bolts under here. Not even the little service kit that comes with the Ducati. Not even this had the right bolt, right Allen wrench size. So now I'm able to loosen these up. That's finally done. So now I can actually pull this down enough to get these out for the turn signals. And I think this whole part's gonna have to come off anyway because this looks like the whole back end. There's just one more bolt that's holding on the fender, and that is right back here. It's a really small little Allen Allen bolt. So we're gonna need a really small Allen wrench. Maybe one of the Allen keys in the scrambler thing will be big enough, or small enough, I mean. Oh, look at that, what do you know, it fits. All right, so let's get that off. All right, so now that fender is off, but I've got to undo the light for the tag light. That's got to come undone, so we got to reach in here and find its connector. So you can see up in there that white connector right there on the top left of your screen. That's the light for the tag light. So we got to get that zip tie off and then pull that connector off. Sorry, I can't really hold the camera and look at it at the same time, so bear with me. All right, pull it out some. This is gonna go on like this. You can see this bolt lines up there, right with the bolt that we took off for the original fender. So this is our left. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in, and then we're gonna plug in the right one. There we go. No big deal on that. We're gonna go ahead and do this as well. This is obviously the the tag light. And then we're going to go ahead and plug it in back to that white connector. All right, so now I got all this stuff kind of hanging out. So we'll go ahead and put that back in. And we're gonna go ahead and get the 2 big bolts that we had originally. That'll just let me not have to hold this anymore. And let me see how much extra cable I have that needs to be zip tied up and where I can zip tie it. All right, that's looking really nice, guys. That is looking really, really nice. All right, so our next step is going to be putting these L brackets that came with the new thing onto these. So they go like this way, right here. And we have to put these from the original fender onto these. So this part that looks like that, that's gonna go up towards the bike. And so that means that your bracket is gonna go on like this. So you can see here, we're gonna squeeze this on like that. Okay, you can kind of see that. And then we're gonna grab the other one, same thing. It's gonna go in like this. Now we're gonna go ahead and screw this in. All right, so now with that done, I'm gonna go ahead and put the other metal, these things from the original fender, they're gonna go ahead and go back on up here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I think you can, okay, all right. And so that is going to connect to the top part of the splash guard. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and kind of get these wires tucked in. I'm gonna zip tie them up in here together, just to kind of make it neat. So like this, probably right here. Have them together right there at the front. All right, so that's done. Zip tie them together closer down here as well. And we're gonna go ahead and do one more zip tie right where the connectors actually are. That's done now. Okay, so now we're just gonna make sure we're gonna get those connectors back tucked in under there, and the rest of that will tuck in as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and screw back in the top of this. Tighten those up just a little bit, just to make sure it's held in place pretty securely. All right, we'll come back and tighten those up in a minute. All right, guys, so we are almost done. The last thing we have to put in is, of course, the actual license plate. So this we're gonna kind of feed back into here. That's why I haven't tightened the bottom up. All right, so that wire is gonna run up right in there like that. So that's correctly done like that right there. So no worries there. And then this bracket is going to bolt in just like it did with the fender earlier. There we go. All right, so now all this is going to bolt together, and we're going to get them screwed in here. So I'm just gonna kind of get this here. I don't want everything to be tight yet. I just want it tight enough to where I can, you know, kind of let this hang there for a second. lined up now. All right, so now I gotta do the same thing over here. All right, so now I just gotta get this other side bolted in. All right, good. I'm not having any issues with this lining up either. Looking great. All right, sweet. So the installation would take all this time if it wouldn't rain, but now it's time for the moment of truth to make sure everything actually works. Turn on the light. All right, so there's my right turn signal working like it should. Left turn signal working like it should. Check the hazard lights. And the hazard lights are also working. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you have any questions about the installation, I know it was kind of like jumbled around because I was trying to figure out as I went. And so if you have any questions about it, ask me in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as much as I can. But yeah, so highly recommend this. There's not a lot of Fender Eliminator kits out there for this bike anyway, but like I said, the link for this one will be in the description box below. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. More content is coming, and thanks for watching. Later.